Hey there guys, welcome to another board game night with the Doom's Darkside crew, and we are playing Dark Moon from Stronghold Games. With me I have Martin, Ash, John, myself Jason, and Tony. This is his copy of the game. I've not played.
Garden, by the way.
Yeah, because it's a nice day for a change in good old England.
Nice night for a walk.
Yeah, I've not played this game, so I don't know a lot about it. But what I can tell you guys is that if you've played Battlestar or Shadows of Camelot, it's that type of game. We have to complete a certain objective as the uninfected people, which is going across these cameras here to be rescued. So there will be different things. Like the first thing we're going to do is a system crash, and we have to do these objectives before one of these things are destroyed. So the shield control, or the output status, or the life support. We each get a different character. There you go. You can see I am Daniel. I'm some sort of robot apparently. And when these guys aren't looking, I'll show you if I am affected or not. Can have a little bit of read.
Tell us.
And the other guys are playing Dr.
Tomoko.
I don't know what mine said actually.
Shield Tech, Steve Townsend, Psychologist, Shia Besser, and Recon
John.
Luba Zelniak.
Just to say as well, we've kind of slightly house ruled the what the hell are these called? The status cards that show you're infected. So in a 5-player game, there's normally 2 infected and 3 loyal. But in this, we've actually added another loyal card and shuffled it up. So there's definitely 1, possibly 2 infected, just to give it a bit more randomness.
All right. What should we do? So I'm going to pass this on to you, Tony, and then you reveal your card and pass it around and see.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. You better skip this if you don't want to know.
Yeah, if you don't want to know, you might want to skip. In fact, you wanted to skip the intro as well.
There we go.
Is this straight to DVD? Does that mean that I can, watch it now?
Okay, there's mine. Make sure it's nice and in focus. Across to Ash.
That's me. It's not focusing very well.
Ash is the trader.
Loads of text on there.
There you go. And then John will show everybody his card to prove that.
Yeah, I normally do this in the game when I'm not meant to anyways. Okay.
He looks suspicious over there anyway, look at him.
Okay. Sorry about all that, but if you don't want to see that, just fast forward past it. John and I are the only ones who haven't played this.
Tell him to fast forward past it after
Yeah.
You can annotate it with like a time stamp.
I'll do that. All right. Is there anything else I should mention, Tony?
No, apart from
Is your daddy a
main
bad
mechanic
guy?
of the game is the tasks. At the end of everybody's turn, they get a task. It has a difficulty set, and then we have to score same or above that difficulty by rolling dice.
Yeah,
and
they're the
submitting
things that are
dice.
going to add the constant pressure. So this is like the overall objective up here, and then we'll have a turn-by-turn thing, which will be those little objectives that come out.
Those are the dice we have. I'm just showing you the numbers on the dice.
And of course, the dice can force you to do bad things as a good guy, or good things as a
And
bad
there's some
guy.
quite clever things as well, the way it works. At the moment, obviously, we've all got our capacity of dice. So I've actually got the commander dice as well. So I've got 5 dice, 4 plus the commander one. But as we use them, they get put into this thing, and then they go here to be available for everybody else. So if you want to be in on a test, you say I'm in. If you want to be out, you say you can't submit to that test, but you retrieve 2 dice, any 2 dice from here. So actually, the pool of dice, other than the commander, because I'm the only one that can have that, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
But my pool of dice, blacker, better, redder, slightly worse. It might actually start getting that I've only got black dice in there and denying other people of black. So there's a bit of screwing. No, exactly. So
And
the
also-
infected can actually screw people over.
That
by
also
denying
brings
them.
in another nice mechanic when we vote for people to go into quarantine, because you can quarantine somebody by having a vote on them.
This is like a
And-
battle, so we shoot them out the airlock.
Well, you
Put them in the brig,
put them
yeah.
in the brig basically. But the voting is done by holding one of your dice in your hand, which you choose. You hold over the board simultaneously and reveal. Now you can have no dice to abstain. You can have a red dice in your hand to put the person in the brig, or you can have a black dice in your hand to keep them out the brig. But the interesting factor is,
And what we
you may
found when we
not
played
have
it-
a red dice.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting, yeah.
Okay, well the gameplay turn will reveal a bit more about how the game goes, and then we'll do the verdict afterwards. So we'll be back in a few seconds. Okay, so we're going to do a gameplay turn. We've just going to start with Ash's turn.
We've literally done one
Yeah,
revolution.
so we will.
You might want to turn your mic down for that one.
This is the state. We managed to do the first camera, but look at that. There's already 5 shield tokens on there. We've got 3 of the outpost status filled up. I cleared one in my turn, I'd like to point out. And we've got 3 critical fatigued people, of which one is Martin's character.
The infected players.
Is it John?
Those two. Yeah, do really well.
So Luba and Daniel are kicking our asses at this moment in time.
So,
Well, of course, you legitimately rolled loads of negative dice there, John. I forgot.
So start of my turn. Look, if you have a look at the available resources pool.
I'll show you just quickly there underneath. Come on, focus in. See, first thing you do is retrieve all your dice, which is what Ashton's going to do.
So basically, looking at the massive amount of dice there and realising that probably I'm going to be the only one to do a task, I'm going to take 4 black dice.
I think that's fair.
Okay, because I don't think anybody else is going to be rolling anything. Then for
He's
my
going to reveal his infection. Get
For
his
my-
action, blow the shield.
for my action,
Do much.
So,
I am
number
going
2 is perform one of the below actions, which is those there. You can have a pause down quickly.
He's just walking, he's talking along.
I thought I was telling you what I was doing. Okay, so now for my action, I can choose one of those things. So I'm going to roll up to 3 dice.
Up to 3 dice. Well, it has to be 3.
And I'm going to try to repair shield. So I need to roll a positive.
Obviously, we don't get to see what he's rolling.
I will.
And it is a positive. So he gets one of those removed.
Epic.
Fuse.
Now,
Ashton only rolls positives.
It was seen.
Oh, you're the
task
doctor.
card.
Yeah, the psychologist gets 3
so
dice.
as a psychologist,
Don't do a shield one, for the love of God.
I get to look at 3 cards rather than 2, and hopefully pick a good one.
She's decided what we can all mentally
So
withstand.
while he's looking, Martin, who's the infected?
You and...
So what do you think? There's 2 of us.
Yeah, I
There
think
could
it's 2,
be.
yeah.
We're playing with 4 uninfected cards and 2 infected cards on
How
a
can it be
5-player
2?
game.
Jason's the only infected.
So you think it's me? Who do you think it is, Tony?
I think it's you.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think it is, Jason?
You.
Really?
Yeah. Just because.
Just cause.
Who do you think it is, John?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
He's not playing.
I almost bet on me after that last turn.
I mean, you can't... I don't think you can suggest that
I'm
bad
gonna-
luck is-
Wait. Before you, who do you think it is?
Well, I'm definitely positive it's Jason.
Okay.
But right now it doesn't
I
matter.
think John and Ash have done enough previously to secure their...
I'm gonna
their
go
trust.
with this one. Simply because the difficulty is nice and low.
Okay. Check this out, guys. It looks like a little printer
Oh,
paper.
crap, it really is low.
3.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is our target, and this is our current, and then we go around and did this.
How does it choose where the current starts? Is it just 0?
0.
Zero. It's always on 0.
And so Ashen dictates whether he's in or out, or declares whether he's in or out.
I'm in.
I'm. How are we doing for dice outside
I've
of
got
this?
none.
I'm going in.
I'm out. I would retrieve 2 dice usually, but the command centre's damaged, so we retrieve 1 less dice. Retrieve a black.
I don't think too many people need to go in on this.
Well, then I'll go out. I'll retrieve a black as well.
I'm gonna go out, try and recuperate.
So it's up to you, Ash. And
Me and
Martin.
me.
What's the worst that can happen? Outpost. That's this
Yeah.
one.
It's not great.
2 on there. It's not great, but none of them
2
are
on
great.
there?
2
Oh
of them.
God.
None of them are great at the moment.
So obviously he's rolled down there behind. We can't see that. And he puts in the positives. Plus double plus 4. Ashton literally only rolls positives on this dice. Okay.
Well, I can't not roll. I've only got 1 dice.
And Martin's going to put it down.
We aced that one!
Okay.
Yeah, we smashed that.
Unfortunately, it's suspicious activity. So we have got to call a vote.
Okay.
Interesting.
Before we get to that, I just want to mention
Oh,
the
hang
reason
on.
Wait, we passed that as well. So
We
this we
pass
get a
an
thing up
event.
here.
We get 1 cube on the event.
we need one more on there. Draw 2 to fatigue tokens. Huh. Okay. Well,
So we need to
considering
wait for John to get back.
just say we obviously all went out, so we don't have to roll any dice to that task. And the task was obviously completed, which what was the
Puts
benefit?
a successful thing up here.
But it means
So
we don't
once
get
we
the
get 2 of those, another one of those will come
Well,
out.
but we don't get the negatives.
It really doesn't matter if, with the vote, because I've just had a look at the dice and nobody's taken any red dice at all, because there's 10 red dice there
I have
and there's
zero,
5 of
zero
us.
dice.
And we start the game with 2 black and 2 red, and the commander has a blue dice. So if you have a look, you can see there's 10 red dice.
And what is it? Is it black for yes and
Black for keeping out.
And red for the infected.
The commander breaks ties in a vote. So if let's say, for example, everyone's voted on, or we're saying,
Everybody's abstained.
do you go Jason or?
No.
No, you
say
choose one
Jason.
player. Basically,
Well, I'm just for example.
I choose one player because it's the suspicious activity triggered on my turn, and I
Okay.
choose one person that we're going to vote on.
Okay.
You choose
And
one Jason that we're
Yes,
going to vote
and I'm going to choose one Jason.
camera holder.
I'm going to choose one Jason. Okay, this could
Daniel. Daniel.
This could be really bad play by Jason if he is a good guy, because he's made himself look really, really suspicious.
I'm not sure how, as all I've done is try and roll dice.
Hoovered up black dice.
Yeah.
Get a load of negatives.
And I spent them all.
Yeah, negative ones.
Yeah. So, and then the commander can break the tie then, I guess. Cause,
So wait, just to recap. Black is vote yes.
no, black
is keep out.
Basically, we're voting
Red
to
is
say
saying you're
whether
infected.
you're infected or uninfected. Black says you're
having a
uninfected,
vote, John.
and red says you're
Voting,
infected.
Okay,
Because nobody has any red dice.
so it can't be affected.
Yeah.
But people can put in black dice to.
Yes.
Or put in abstain,
Yes.
no dice.
Right.
So-
So
So, Ashton, who are you naming?
I'm naming Jason.
Right.
Daniel.
Okay. Daniel, Jason, camera holder, hazard.
Traitor.
So a red dice says, yes, he's on the dodge. He needs to go to prison or quarantine. Hello, buddy. Don't stab me with a fork. And a black dice will be.
Or you can put no dice to abstain. And the important thing to remember is the commander breaks ties.
However, he can put in the black dice if he's
Yeah,
got one.
and then
hand,
it won't be a tie. So,
So
would you, there'd be hang on,
there's
can
my
I just
dice.
point out, it will be suspicious if he puts in a black dice.
why? No, I don't want to go to jail.
Three,
No, it's not suspicious if you put a
could
black
take,
dice.
you could take the hit and not go in.
one, reveal.
So I've got the one black.
So you're
So
saying no, Jason.
does this go?
No,
You,
no, you keep it.
Oh,
Same
right.
for voting.
And that
Daniel is safe.
ticks back to there. And now,
It's my go. Should we carry on?
So that was basically a round. Yeah, just go another round quickly.
All those going now. I'm going to retrieve dice.
They all, yeah.
I'm going to take those and I'm going to reveal.
You see the dice marks on.
I am infected.
See?
You were right. You just smell alright, and that's what it was. Right. Draw 2 fatigue tokens. Choose one to place on the board.
did think he was.
Wow.
But you still voted for me.
Yeah.
Well done, Ash. Or well done,
That can be used. Doc.
Shire.
Because I think you're infected as well.
No, I'm not.
Oh, roll any die. If the result is positive, trigger it again.
Yeah.
Pass me your card quickly, Martin.
Your fork, the sacred
No, of course it
fork.
wasn't a positive.
This is what the
do
infected
you
card
need
looks
commander
like.
dice?
Obviously, you saw his
Probably, yes.
when he was showing it around.
Where does it
It
go?
goes to the left.
And also, what happens now? Was that me done?
What was
Now
it?
you've got your action.
No, I've done. That was my action. to reveal.
Give him the infected sheet.
Oh yes, of course.
Because you need to discard dice.
Bastard.
So you get extra actions or something like that.
Yeah, you get
You
different
get
actions.
different actions.
He's
Sorry,
always-
Jason, we've got this in the bag.
Damn people pulling me into your lot, man.
I need to ditch 2 dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
two
think
black
you
ones.
need to ditch the command dice because you know all the
I've got it.
commander.
I've got
No, he's passed it over.
Pass it on. And is that it? I don't get any tasks or anything.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
get- yeah,
just
you
just
get
read
an
whatever it
action.
says. I don't know what it says.
You get an action now.
So, but that wasn't my action.
That wasn't your action.
Oh, okay.
Some of the other information.
that is
your
action.
Oh, action is reveal, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry about
that
that.
as
Action.
well. Commander, pass the commander to the only discard down. End your turn. Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
So, Tony, you're up.
Okay.
I am infected.
So you got to retrieve dice.
Come on, Jason, on our turn
this-
we can win.
I
Does
think
this
they
go in there?
automatically?
No,
as well.
they
Are
only-
you sure?
No, it's only when a task is drawn, completed or failed, they go across.
Okay.
Drew no task, so they don't go across.
Harsh.
So you can take the black and the red.
Yeah, well, it's going to have to be that, isn't it?
And then you get to try and do an action. What are you going to do?
Screams.
Quarantine Martin.
Oh, actually, no,
Can we do
feeling it.
I'm fatigued, aren't I?
You're not fatigued, you
Yes,
aren't?
he is.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
you.
he picked
I
it.
just fatigued him with my infection.
Ah.
So,
So what does that
Got it
mean?
in the bag, Jason.
Ah, don't be looking at me, man.
Hey, I saw that. He was going to agree.
A couple of times he's been winking at me, so I think he knew. It's cool. It's all right.
I rewinded the video and then looked.
Fine. Well, I mean, you've been really obvious as well, unfortunately, so everybody else knows.
Everyone that's watching knows that I'm not.
I will just put in inverted or brackets here that I have no idea whether he is or not. I'm trying to convince everybody else that he is because it's good. Throw him under the bus.
There's a possibility there's not a second person, is
There
there?
is.
Chances that
But we
there are
know there
seconds.
is. It's you.
No, off the top of my head.
right, here we go.
What'd you say?
What are the chances that there are a second out of the cards?
Well,
Well, there
quite high.
was yeah, it's good
Quite
odds.
high.
Yeah,
There was
There-
4
there's-
uninfected and 2 infected.
yeah. So we dealt those out. So there were 5 cards picked.
So once he's taken that, then there's
So
There
two.
could actually be
There's
another
one out of 4, so there's another 20.
We can do maths real good. Here.
I don't know. My maths might be wrong because I don't know.
John, is it you?
We're two on everything. What do people want me to try and
Just-
prepare? Get myself out of.
Yeah.
So I can.
'cause
I'll
I
try and
don't
get
know.
myself out of. Critical.
I think you should do this
we
one
not-
because stopping you.
Yeah,
getting,
actually, that's not a bad
getting
idea.
action
That's-
dice back
that's
is really
true.
hampering you.
Why are you telling us
You
that?
choose.
No reason.
You
choose what I want to repair.
Maybe shield because he can blow up shields.
Oh,
as
yeah,
his action.
shield,
Is that an
Yeah.
action?
Yeah, as his actions. he
Okay,
can
I'll
place
try and
shield
repair
tokens.
shields. I won't use those dice. I'll use these
We've got to
dice.
hope that we don't get any shield tasks.
One positive.
Yay! Saw the man as man.
Shield is
Sadly, it was
protected.
a high positive, but
There you go. Then I draw 2 dice.
but of course there's the whole life support issue that we currently have at the moment.
Well, there's a lot of issues.
What happens?
Love some of the stuff on this.
Did
This
we-
planet
we ended
has
that, didn't we, when
0
we completed
days
that
of
one?
lost time.
Oh, good lord.
What do we have to do?
Yay!
Let's not be a
We
shield
still need to
task.
find another freaking.
Another
No,
event.
We've won it, man. We've got it in the bag.
Well, they're both shields.
Oh, pants.
Yes, you've seen it. Yes.
We can't complete. We have to fail this one.
Why?
Because
Damn it! He
fatigue
spotted it
token.
before I got to. I was hoping that my dice would complete
We
it.
have to fail it.
we have to fail this.
Yeah, because if it passes,
We get a
you
shield.
get 2
Fatigue
fatigue,
token.
and that's game over. Once that's full of fatigue.
We have to fail it and take
Oh,
damage. I'll just point out, in the previous game I played last weekend of this, the infected person hadn't revealed. He was the last person on the rotation of doing a task, and he'd noticed that. And we
I
were,
know. That's why I picked that, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
and we went round, and we were all going, go on, yeah, do it, you got to succeed. So we were convincing him to succeed, so we just kept on doing it. And he was like, should I stop here? No, I don't want to take it down. We just wouldn't let him save us.
So we're all going out, or
At
we?
least I put a high one down, 7. Okay, I am in, of course, because I've got a fair few dice.
Well, I thought
We
we
don't
wanted to
wanna do
fail
it.
it.
Oh, that's
We
true.
have to fail
Unless-
this, unless you're the traitor.
I
Oh!
will also say that you can only put 1 dice in.
Yeah, you can only put one
No,
dice in.
you can only put 1 dice in because you're fatigued.
Indeed, yes.
But it doesn't matter. There's no point going in. There's no point wasting
Okay,
dice. If
okay.
you're a good guy, there's no point going in
I'll
and
go
wasting
out.
dice.
I'll go out. That was a pure mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Pure
For a
mistake.
second.
Get a dice. Unless you can't, because you're fatigued
No,
or
you can
something.
retrieve 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can retrieve one.
Would you like
'cause
a red one or a red one?
I think I'll go for a red one.
I'll go a red one.
And you can see why last week we lost that game.
John?
Everyone
You
going
never
out,
noticed
right?
that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Nah, 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 nah,
I'm
nah.
gonna go in. I've got 2 black.
Oh!
He can't do it. He can.
Yeah. Screw you guys.
Just roll it out in front, man. You know it.
That's true. It doesn't matter.
I can't roll positive, save his life. No, I can't. Right, it's failed.
Okay,
Minus
so
2.
okay, Tony, roll the dice.
I'm not unhappy. You know, it was a win-win for me, but that was a definite win.
-2.
Yeah.
Also, we've caused damage on the on the outpost.
I'm on life support.
Hanger. Cannot lone wolf.
Oh, I've never seen that
How
one.
utterly pointless. Right, and then is it 1 damage or 2?
One. Okay, those dice all go over.
Yep.
And that's the end of the turn.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop there
Yeah.
because it's my turn.
Well, I
next.
knew that would be because I was going to reveal that turn. I knew it might be a bit interesting.
There you go. So, have a think before we come to the verdict and the end of game. Are we going to win this, or is Martin going to kill us all?
Me and you are going to win, man.
Shut up.
I wouldn't trust him, whatever. Tony's
There's
Ashen-
only one person I trust here right now, and that's me.
No, John's on the level.
Let's do this. Okay, peeps, we are back for the final verdict and end of game. And if you'd guessed, you would have guessed right. We lost.
The board hates everyone anyway, so.
There's the other traitor.
I knew that.
Yeah. Damn you. Well, so on the last turn,
Can I
John-
say he played a blinder as well because he had me convinced he was loyal.
No, I suspected him. Everything was.
Well, everybody else suspected you, so it was no good you suspected him.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
Bizarrely enough,
To be
I
fair,
suspected
I played-
John as
To
well.
be fair, I played loyal up until that point. I was actually legitimately rolling negatives. So I was damned if I did and damned if I didn't.
Well, on the last round, just before we quit, there was a point where
Quit.
No, we
Died,
won.
yeah.
We beat you. We
uh,
beat you.
that one there, Martin tried to get us to do a mission, which would have put the last two on there, and he would have won. And we realised it.
Excuse me.
Just before
Yeah, so
it was important as well.
I was like,
unfortunately.
wait, we can't pass.
So yeah.
Quite an epic save.
Well, Tony, what did you think? What do you think of Dark Moon?
I love it. I've played it 6 occasions now. It's probably the most I've ever played a game over the last couple of years. One single game, that is.
Bloody hell, you need to play more Biblios.
Martin's only played 25 million games of Biblios this week.
So you definitely give it a. What would you? What's a score you would give it out of 10?
Well, out of 10, I would say 8.5.
All right, that's pretty good. Yeah. So it's a good winner
I
for
just
you.
like it's more of a. It's a traitor game, yes, but it is a bit more of a paranoia game.
Hmm.
There is a traitor, but it adds with the dice mechanics and everything. It
Just
adds.
the fact that you're playing the game, you're doomed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the amount of damage that was coming out, regardless of traitors or infected, it was crazy.
What about you, Martin?
No, I think it's good, and it is a traitor game. However, unlike other traitor games, you can't be quite as deliberate in your dicking over because everything. Like, let's take Battlestar Galactica for example. If you're putting in a negative or positive card, that is something you're intentionally doing. Whereas in this, good guys can put in or must put in negatives, and sometimes bad guys must put in positives or can't put in negatives by virtue of what they've rolled, the random elements. So it's not quite as deliberate, but I still think it's really good and enjoyable. And it is much shorter than BSG, and I do. There's something about this kind of graphic design as well. This kind
The
of
theme. Yeah, the theme works quite well.
Quite cool, yeah.
So how much would you give it out of 10?
I think it's probably a 7.5 maybe.
Okay. You, Ash?
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 7, really. I'm quite happy to play it when anybody wants to play it. It'd be interesting to be the infected in this to see how
Bit easy, I thought.
how I'd play slightly differently. That's because, as I said, Jason, just with his grin, that look on his face, that one there, that, okay, you can't see it, but that look on his face.
He showed far too many thing-like teeth. There were fangs in there.
Can't help I'm a happy guy, man.
And it's just like, yeah, this sort of thing. But yeah, I like it. I definitely like this little
Yeah, that graphic design.
that
is
little
awesome.
bit
Yeah.
there. The fact that it is very 1970s, 1980s sort of like
The lockers.
effect with the the cameras and stuff and whatnot. Yeah, I like it. And
Alright.
considering I'm paranoid all the time when playing with all of you guys, because I can't trust any of you.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Doesn't help.
How about you, John? That was your first game?
Yeah, I'm not a board gamer, so it's really difficult for me to judge. And
You
compare this
constantly
against
play
anything
board
else.
games.
You know,
He owns Forbidden Stars
I own it. Yeah, that's
and
it.
Fusio Assassinorum.
Yeah, I own it. And that's it. No, I enjoyed it. It was a fun game.
I think you played it really well, actually, John.
It's a right struggle because I'm renownedly absolutely terrible at these sorts of.
Which
these sort of
bodes
games.
well, because when you're bad, you're actually doing well as a traitor.
And you were bad.
No, in the sense that I always give it away unintentionally.
Oh, you.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
What would you give it a score out of 10?
I've got nothing to compare it against really, but you know, it's a good solid game. I would play it again, so I'd mark it as a solid 8.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, from me, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I think I agree with you a little bit, Martin, in that I think the dice rolling forces your hand rather than you playing the game. So I think that
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. It's not playing the game, and there is some mitigation in the you only have to put a minimum of 1, so you can mitigate in that regard and roll. But you are dictated by what the dice come up. So
Does that not add to the suspicion as that plus, even
Well,
if
that-
you're...
yeah, but that's, I mean, in Battlestar Galactica, they've mitigated that by having 2 random. It's all what's
Destiny
played
deck.
is what's in there, but you've got this Destiny deck, which is 2 random cards that come in. So you're never sure whether they've come from this Destiny deck or from somebody else.
Plus,
Whereas
there's a chance people can draw like out of colour or whatever.
Yeah, all sorts of things like that.
And
So-
like in
but-
Shadows of Camelot, you're doing the evil thing at the beginning of your turn, and depending, you know, you can try and suss out what.
Yeah, but it's always very deliberate. I mean, one of the good things you can do in Battlestar Galactica is put in like a low positive and a high negative card at the same time to alleviate. I'm putting in 2 cards there, and when it comes out, Jesus, we failed that hugely. But this one, it's all very overt, and you're, let's say, dictated by the dice. But I wouldn't say go so far as say the dice play the game. You're still
No, I'm not saying the
Making
dice play the
choices.
game, but I think the choices are limited in terms of what you can do. It's just, you know, you roll the dice and you're basically seeing what comes up, and then you have to make a decision based on I've got all negatives or all positives or.
and there is a push luck element to that as well.
Yeah, I like the pusher like that's quite interesting. You know, deciding when you want to go. Like, well, we need to reach 6, and it's on 5 at the moment. If I go another dice, I could push it back down or push it back up. It's interesting. I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. I like it. It's definitely quicker, which is I suppose a positive.
I think we were definitely screwed when because Martin was commander and he seriously, okay. I know you're probably not meant to look at the ones that he didn't choose, but you know, tactical prep, which upon it's 4, but on completion place a cube on the
Oh
final
no,
line.
the ones I picked were very deliberate.
Resupply. Commander may remove all of one type of damage
Yeah,
from
that
the
was
board.
definitely not going out.
It's
That's
like-
what won us the game when we played it before.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 7. I think that's good. I think it's not too bad. So there you go. That's our overview of Dark Moon from Stronghold
Yeah,
Games.
I have to say, it fills a nice gap between your kind of Resistance game, which takes 10 minutes, and your BSG, which takes 3 hours.
Yeah.
Shadows of Camelot takes 2, kind of thing. This is kind of nicely in the middle there. It's
2
like a
days?
7-minute
2 hours.
game.
It's,
That sort of.
and thematically, it's not bad either. I mean, I think the graphic design is good. I like the little bits.
It's just a shame that you go the whole hog and just you do it the thing.
Yeah, it's probably licensed.
Almost
It's always
certainly,
licensing then.
Okay, well, let's go play another game.
The dice. Tony's got some issues with some of the dice. I've noticed where
So the rub and golf.
yeah,
Well,
where some
one
of them
thing is
weren't
that-
fully etched in, and it's going to become a pain when, in fact, it's that one.
Well, I'm sure that's interesting.
Yeah.
A few components issues. Generally speaking, I think the components are big.
Yeah, me too. I think it's pretty fine.